In a turbulent world, it's critical we have places of escape to recenter our minds. Take the palm tree, though battered by storms, becomes a symbol of healing and regeneration. For since biblical days, water has been an essential component of life and renewing the mind. Have you felt the turquoise waters of the Atlantic on your feet? Watch the birds along a jetty surrounded by palm trees. Or traveled a dune trail through a forest of tropical trees. Since Henry Flagler first saw the potential of this part of Florida's East Coast as a getaway 130 years ago, today the Palm Beaches have remained a popular destination where people continue to be refreshed by its nature. A1A travels for 388 miles from Miami to Fernandina Beach. Last week we showed Broward County. This week we continue up the scenic highway to the appropriately named Palm Beach County, where the corporate high-rises are replaced by palm trees and nature along barrier islands. 47 miles from Boca Raton in the south to Jupter Inlet in the north, with 30 tropical beach parks, all beautiful, yet each distinctly different. So take your pick, we will show you most of them, as well as waterside dining options and boat tours on the Intracoastal Waterway. We will show Boca Raton, Delray Beach, Boynton Beach, Lake Worth Pier, Palm Beach, Peanut Island, Singer Island, North Palm Beach, and the MacArthur Beach State Park, where we meet Myrtle the turtle. Continue north to the Juno Beach Pier, show a dog beach, and ending at the Jupter Inlet, where the Palm Beach's oldest structure is at. So join us and let the nature of the Palm Beaches invigorate your mind, your body, so that you can withstand the storms of life. Just like those palms that line its shoreline. As we leave Deerfield Beach, we enter Boca Raton city limits. South Inlet Park, unlike most of the other beach parks in Boca, where you have to pay for the whole day, there is hourly parking here. It's $3 an hour Monday through Friday, and $4 an hour weekends and holidays. This is a nice park with lots of shade. Dogs are allowed in the park, but not on the beaches in Palm Beach County, with the exception of Jupter Dog Beach that we'll show later in the video. This inlet park has one of the nicer jetties to walk out on, because on the south side has leveled steps make it good to sit on. We, however, are going to the end of the jetty to enjoy morning coffee. There are high rises for a little bit on the north side of the inlet, but they disappear for most of the 47 miles of coastline of Palm Beach County. The name Boca means mouth, as in a waterway inlet, and Raton is a mouse. It was the name of an inlet with hidden sharp pointed rocks that was actually near present-day Biscayne Bay in Miami, 50 miles to the south. But being they didn't have Google Maps in the 1800s, they mistakenly named this lake Lake Boca de Ratones, and the name stuck, Lake Boca Raton, although Floridians just call it Boca. If there's one word that could describe Boca, it's lavish. I kind of like to call it the Sarasota of the East Coast. Meisner Park, which you can see way in the distance, is a shopping, dining, and entertainment district located in the affluent downtown neighborhood of Boca. Downtown Boca has some great European coffee bakeries. It's worth a slight detour from A1A for breakfast. See more of downtown Boca in our Boca Delray Beach video. In this video, we're going to focus more on the coast. Just over a mile north of the Boca Inlet is South Beach Park. There's a little circular lot at the end of East Palmetto Park Road with hourly parking rates. While convenient, not many spaces here. Good news is there's a larger lot a quarter mile up A1A. Bad news is it's $35 to enter for the day. And if you're going to pay that fee, I'd recommend the two larger beach parks just to the north. We pass Allen Alford Red Reef Golf Course. It's a 9-hole golf course, good for beginners, and across the street, Red Reef Park. There's a big lot for Red Reef Park on the beach side of A1A for that $35 a day rate, but you can park across the street at the golf course where you can pay by the hour. Yeah, at $35, the rate doubled since our previous video just 2 years ago, but I guess the advantage is it's not very crowded. No dogs are allowed here. There are nice, super long boardwalks with covered pavilions. This park was named for the artificial reefs off its shore. Some are covered up, but you can find some reefs south of Pier 9 where the white buoys are at. And it's usually full of fish, a great place to snorkel. Also at high tide, around the rocks right off the beach are good as well. On the intracoastal side of A1A is the Gumbo Limbo Nature Center with nature trails and an aquarium. There's no charge for admission. A mile north of Red Reef Park is Spanish River Park. There's a huge lot and park on the intracoastal side of A1A. Like the other parks, it's $35 a day. There are tunnels that lead to the beach from the park. Most of this park is not dog-friendly, but there is Bark Beach at the north end of the park between towers 18 to 20. As we cross State Route 800 Spanish River Boulevard, we enter the community of Highland Beach, the Boca Highland Beach Club and Marina on the right. Highland Beach is mostly residential. It's a beautiful drive between Boca and Delray Beach. There is the Delray Sands Resort if you would like to enjoy Highlands Beach. The barrier island here is at one of its most narrow points on the Florida coastline. Makes it nice for boating on the intracoastal. You can take a boat tour with Delray Yacht Cruises. A 2-hour sightseeing cruise is $32 for adults, $29 for seniors and children 2 through 12. Now we enter what I think might be the best overall beach getaway on the Gold Coast, Delray Beach. There is convenient street parking for 1.5 miles along A1A. It's $1.50 an hour for up to 3 hours, much more reasonable than Boca. This has a little old Florida seaside village feel to it. There is a variety of things to do here, as well as a large, easily accessible, gorgeous beach. Plenty of good services that will help to make your getaway enjoyable. 2 beach chairs and an umbrella or cabana is $15 an hour or $60 for the day with Oceanside Beach Service located right on the beach. There's more than 2 miles of beach, so plenty of shoreline to enjoy. Near Atlantic Avenue at the center of the beach is a large elevated pavilion with benches overlooking the beach. ADA crossovers here to the beach. Across the street there's Boston's on the beach, a seafood restaurant, and next to that Cafe Luna Rosa, a bistro with breakfast and Italian dishes. In Atlantic Avenue, which is what separates Delray Beach from other beach towns. Considered the longest main street in Florida, it is filled with art galleries, shops, and a wide variety of eateries and restaurants, a cool pinball arcade, and I would say possibly the best nightlife in Florida. And while a ways away from A1A, but worth a trip, is the Grill's Strawberry Patch for homemade ice cream in a country-style shop with a mini animal farm. Back on A1A heading north, if you're looking for a more quiet beach from the Delray Public Beach, there's Gulfstream Park 3 miles up A1A. Free parking here, but the lot is small and fills up quickly. No dogs allowed here. There's long boardwalks with plenty of benches, lots of shaded picnic areas with barbecue grills, gumbo limbo trees, a playground. There's no concessions but a soda machine that takes credit cards. There are stairs to the beach, so I don't think it's handicap accessible. The beach itself has super clear water, great beach for swimming. Next to Gulfstream Park is a trailer park known as Briny Breezes. They recently turned down a $500 million offer by a real estate developer. They are happy living in a trailer amidst their millionaire neighbors. North of Gulfstream Park is the small beach community of Ocean Ridge, and north of that is Boynton Beach, where we find Oceanfront Beach Park. There is a large parking lot here. It's $10 for parking, but fills up quickly. For concessions, there's the Turtle Cafe with a variety of food and snacks, including breakfast and healthier options. A large deck overlooking the beach. Beach chair rentals available, $40 for 2 chairs and an umbrella for the day. The beach is wheelchair accessible. There are designated surfing and skimboard areas located at the north and south end of the beach. Just a quarter-mile north is Ocean Ridge Hammock Park. And another mile further north is the Boynton Inlet, where on the intracoastal side is Ocean Inlet Park, where there's free parking. It's currently undergoing renovations that should be completed by early 2024. There's a marina, a large grass area, walking trail, boating and kayak areas, and fishing allowed 24 hours. On the opposite side of the inlet is parking for the Boynton Inlet Pier, which goes a good way into the ocean, considered one of the best places to catch tropical fish. On the north side of the pier, an oceanside beach. Between Boynton Beach and Palm Beach is some of the most scenic parts of A1A as it hugs the coastline. Three miles north of Boynton Inlet, we enter South Palm Beach, where Lantana Beach Park is at. It is a reasonable $1.50 per hour for parking. This beach has taken a hit with beach erosion in the last few years, but still a nice beach. Good for snorkeling with a little reef just off the shoreline. There's the Dune Deck Cafe and Bar on the little boardwalk overlooking the beach. South Palm Beach is very different from Palm Beach. Whereas Palm Beach is more historic and you don't see the high-rises, South Palm Beach has the modern condos that line its shoreline. Beginning from Lantana Beach Park, there's a bike pedestrian path that runs along the west side of A1A. Goes for 4 miles, all the way to Phipps Ocean Park in Palm Beach. In between South Palm Beach and Palm Beach is the town of Lake Worth, and near the Lake Worth Pier is the Palm Beach Waterfront Suites, a pool deck out in the middle of the intracoastal. Although not pet-friendly, I like this motel. It is very convenient, and you can park right next to your room. Across the street is the Lake Worth Pier and Beach. Parking is $3 an hour, can be paid through the Park mobile app. At the pier is the Vintage Casino. Although renovated, it retains its original 1920s architecture. Today, it serves as an event venue. Here, there's a nice oceanfront park with an elevated grassy area overlooking the beach. Also restrooms and picnic facilities. ADA crossovers to the beach. Beach chairs and loungers available to rent on the north side of the pier, across from the casino. 2 chairs and an umbrella, $15 an hour or $60 per day. On the pier is Benny's on the Beach. Besides a great view, it's a pretty good restaurant with ocean-to-table, natural fresh food, has very good reviews. The pier is $1 for sightseeing or $3 for fishing. There are benches along the middle of the pier. You'll find lots of tame pelicans here. The pier is 1,000 feet long, the longest in Palm Beach County, and one of the longest on Florida's east coast. Makes it great for fishing. Moving north on A1A, now in Palm Beach, a mile and a half north of the Lake Worth Pier, is the Palm Beach Par 3 golf course. This course also has a driving range. It's one of two Palm Beach golf courses that is right on the ocean. A half mile north of the golf course is Phipps Oceanside Park. Parking is $5 an hour, but there are spots near the Phipps Tennis Center, which is free for 2 hours from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's a smaller park, but still plenty of picnic tables, barbecue grills, and cabanas with views of the ocean. Part of the shoreline has flat rocks, so if you have kids, be careful. You can see the Lake Worth Pier in the distance. Between Phipps Oceanside Park and Palm Beach Municipal Beach, there is 4.5 miles of some of the most expensive mansions in Florida. There's no public areas in this stretch of A1A, but it is a nice scenic ride that you can enjoy the beauty while driving. One famous mansion, Mar-a-Lago. Someone lives there you may have heard of, seems to stir up a lot of passion with people, both for him and against him. Was the 45th president of the U.S. Of course, it is well secured, but you get a decent view from the A1A side. After Mar-a-Lago, A1A hugs the coastline for a beautiful drive along Palm Beach. The mansions are on the left. Many of them have little guest homes on the beach side. By the way, there's a lot of footage you don't see in this video that will be in our Florida Dreams version of the Palm Beaches. You can see the skyline of West Palm Beach in the distance. At around Hayman Avenue begins Palm Beach Municipal Beach, where you start to see metered parking along the street, all the way to Royal Palm Way. It's $5 an hour. We are arriving in the late afternoon, but this is also a good place to watch the sunrise. The Worth Avenue Tower sits at the end of Worth Avenue, a famous ritzy shopping and dining district of Palm Beach. Near the end of South Ocean Boulevard is the Breakers, built by Henry Flagler in 1896. It was his railroad that helped to establish Palm Beach County as a getaway by bringing visitors from up north. Eventually, his railroad would go all the way to Key West. Today, the Breakers is home to one of the most impressive golf courses in the country. A1A turns west north of the Breakers on Royal Poinciana Way, named after Henry Flagler's first hotel, which was on the Intracoastal side. See our West Palm Beach travel guide for more Palm Beach. But some notable places to check out in Palm Beach are Green's Pharmacy, an operating vintage soda fountain cafe and drugstore. Also the Flagler Museum, which was Flagler's mansion. I think one of the best museums in Florida. It's $26 for adults and $13 for children 6 through 12. We take A1A over the Flagler Memorial Bridge to West Palm Beach. Here are some good boat tours you can take. Like a sunset cruise on the Hakuna Matata catamaran. It is $45 for adults, $15 for children 12 and under. They also have kayak tours. See more of West Palm Beach and the eateries in downtown in our West Palm Beach travel guide. As A1A travels along the mainland, we enter the town of Riviera Beach. Here is the port of Palm Beach, where you can take the Margarittaville at Sea Paradise. They have pretty reasonable cruises to the Bahamas for as low as $349 and includes hotel stay in the Bahamas. For a much shorter getaway, you can take a shuttle to Peanut Island, a little island near the Lake Worth Inlet. It is $18 for adults, $9 for children 9 and under. Well worth it, and it is pet friendly. We also show it in our West Palm Beach video. A1A goes back to the coast over the Thomas Memorial Bridge to Singer Island. On the east side of the bridge is Phil Foster Park that features an underwater snorkel trail as well as great fishing. The south part of Singer Island is the town of Palm Beach Shores, with the Marriott Ocean Point Resort with spacious vacation villas. The municipal beach of Riviera Beach is just off of A1A north of Palm Beach Shores. From the road, it looks just like a shopping center, but the beach is behind the shopping center. A good idea because you have several eateries, a sports bar, a bagel cafe, ice cream shop, so you're just steps away from food and drink while enjoying the day at the beach. Singer Island, named after the sewing machine heir Paris Singer. If you are looking for a more quiet beach, a mile up A1A from Municipal Beach is Ocean Reef Park. Both of these beaches have free parking. There is more shaded areas in this park here, with lots of trees, picnic tables, barbecue grills, showers, a playground, and long boardwalks. Saltwater fishing permitted here. Many people are not aware of this little beach. Impressive waves crashing over a reef. North of Ocean Reef Park are high-rise condos, but beyond that, possibly one of the best nature areas of the Gold Coast, and Palm Beach's only state park. Situated between Lake Worth Lagoon and the Atlantic Ocean is MacArthur Beach State Park. I feel the state parks in Florida are such a great value, and this is one of the better ones. At only $6 per vehicle, or $4 for a single occupant, you just can't beat it. A good way to start your visit here is at the Nature Center, where you can meet Myrtle the turtle, see interpretive exhibits. There's a theater that has short videos to learn about the park's habitat and ecology. There is a super long boardwalk over the Lake Worth Lagoon. It's about a half a mile from the parking to the beaches, so they have free golf cart rides that will save you the walking. There's an estuary, a cove off the northern portion of Lake Worth you can explore by kayak or paddleboard. The kayaks you rent from the general store in the park. A single is $12 per hour, a double $18 per hour. The paddleboards you rent from High Point Paddle Adventures, just outside the park on A1A. There's nature trails through the Hammock subtropical coastal habitat. You'll see large tropical trees like strangler fig, mastic, and live oak. There's both stairs and a ramp that leads out to the secluded beaches, so it is handicap accessible. There's 1.6 miles of beach, and near the shoreline is the Anastasia Limestone Rock Reef, which extends almost the full length of the beach, where you'll find parrotfish, barracuda, damselfish, and loggerhead sea turtles. The reef is visible from the shoreline and can be easily reached by snorkeling. Moving north of MacArthur Park, A1A joins Highway 1 again on the mainland for a little bit, then splits off to the quaint town of Juno Beach, known for its sea turtles. There's the Loggerhead Marine Life Center here on the left. A guided tour of their outdoor sea turtle hospital is $20 for adults and $15 for children. On weekends, they have a theater showing Sea Turtles of the Palm Beaches, a 30-minute film which is free. You just have to book online. Hundreds of thousands of sea turtle eggs are laid each year on Juno Beach shores from May through October, and by early fall you'll see these little turtle hatchlings scuttle their way to the Atlantic. You might see them around the Juno Pier, located 3/4 of a mile north of the Loggerhead Marine Life Center. There's a big parking lot across the street. It rarely gets crowded here, and parking is free. The showers, restrooms, and picnic tables are located in the parking lot area. On the pier is the Pier House, a snack bar bait shop where you can rent poles. To walk the pier, it's $1 for sightseeing, $4 for fishing. This is another long pier, 990 feet, with 2 sheltered areas midway up the pier, fish cleaning tables, a large square deck at the end. As for the beach, the sand is extremely fine and soft. The water a rich turquoise. However, the bottom of the ocean here can be a little rocky, so you probably still want to wear water shoes. Next to the Juno Pier area is the Juno Dog Beach, which is technically in the town of Jupter. There's another large parking area here at Ocean Cay Park, across the street from the beach, which has a lot of green space and covered picnic pavilions. She recognized Bella, the famous YouTube dog, in my backpack. This is an off-leash dog beach, so dogs can run to their heart's content. There is parking along A1A, beginning about a quarter of a mile north of Ocean Cay Park, and it continues for 2 miles all the way through Jupter. Makes it very convenient. Just pull off and you're right on the beach. And parking is free.
What's up, brah?
While not as famous as Cocoa Beach or Satellite Beach, Palm Beach County, with its swells from the north and the easy accessibility to the shoreline in Jupter, make this an ideal place for both windsurfing and regular surfing.
Like, totally.
There's the Jupter Reef Club, a 3-star hotel right on the beach. A half-mile north of the Jupter Reef Club is Carlin Park. This beach has a lot of amenities and is usually never crowded. It has 26 picnic shelters with barbecue grills, a playground, bocce ball and pickleball courts, lighted tennis courts, the Seabreeze Amphitheater that holds outdoor events. The Lazy Loggerhead Cafe did close down, but there's supposed to be a new cafe coming soon. At the north end of Carlin Park is Jupter Beach Resort and Spa, a 4-star pet-friendly resort. And a mile north of Carlin Park, we arrive at the north end of the Gold Coast, at Jupter Inlet, where the Loxahatchee River meets the Atlantic. There are 2 parks here. First, the Jupter Beach Park on the ocean side. There's a big lot along the beach, but if you continue along the road, Ocean Way Trail, there's a smaller lot at the end near the jetty, and parking is free in Jupter. The nature along this jetty is just incredible, lots of birds. There are 1,700 feet of beach here, with picnic areas, restrooms, outdoor showers, and excellent fishing or sightseeing along the jetty. Adjacent to Jupter Beach Park is Dubois Park on the inlet side, with a beach area along a lagoon with snorkeling, kayaking. A long peninsula with benches surrounded by palm trees overlooking the lighthouse and the inlet. Excellent to just chill while watching boats coming in and out of the inlet, like the Miss Blue Heron, which offers a 4-hour fishing charter for $75 or a 6-hour charter on Fridays for $90. A pedestrian bridge over the lagoon connects Dubois Park and Jupter Beach Park. Across the inlet is the Jupter Lighthouse and Museum. This is the oldest structure in Palm Beach County, built in 1860. It is $12 for adults and $6 for children 6 to 18. Children must be at least 48 inches to climb. It is a 108 feet climb to the observation deck at the top of the lighthouse. Because it sits on a little hill, it is actually 156 feet above sea level. Gives you a great view. The hurricane of 1928 blew out one of the lenses. You can still see the cracked glass. There's also a hiking trail north of the lighthouse through coastal habitats. Palm Beach County extends another 2 miles north of the inlet. The Indian River begins here, and there's Coral Cove Park, still in Palm Beach County, but we will show that in our Treasure Coast episode of our A1A series. Across from the lighthouse is the Jupter Inlet Village with waterside restaurants and boat tours. There is the Jupter Inlet Boat Rentals, where you can rent a watercraft and explore the Loxahatchee River. Also, Blue Line Surf and Paddle Company for renting paddleboards and kayaks. They also have eco tours. The Love Street Outdoor Center also has paddle eco tours, as well as boat tours that we'll take in a bit, but let me show you around the marina first. There's the Square Grouper, a marina tiki bar with tropical drinks, good food, and live music. I'm eating at the Lucky Shuck Oyster Bar and Tap House. Can't beat the view overlooking the inlet and the lighthouse across the river. Some of the cruises are the Manatee Queen, a 2-hour day or sunset cruise, $65 for adults, $40 for children 12 and under. The Conch cruise, a 1-hour private sunset cruise, is $175 for up to 6 passengers. They also have 30-minute public cruises. We are taking the Love Street cruise. A 1-hour cruise is $45 per person, and they also have a half-hour cruise, $25. Captain Johnny here, making it fun. I'm here sailing with one of our videographers and his wife, who films most of our weddings now that I'm always out filming for the Travel Channel. They live in Jupter and absolutely love it here. So, if you're feeling a little overwhelmed, stressed out, our minds can make things worse than what they really are. Maybe try a getaway to the Palm Beaches. Its waters, its nature, just might help to provide the regeneration you are looking for. I'd love to hear your experience in Palm Beach County. We are Tampa Aerial Media. We film travel promos across the USA. For footage of this video, or if you'd like to hire us to film your city, region, or resort, contact us at info@tampaaerialmedia.com. Well, Florida is a great place to live, but one thing Florida lacks are mountains. So next, we are headed back to the Smoky Mountains for a 3-video series of Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, Sevierville, Bryson City, and more. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of these videos or other videos coming soon. From the Gold Coast, I wish blessings to you wherever you may be. See you next month in the Smokies.